Good evening, Wellness Warriors. It is the 8th of 3rd, 2020, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. I am Carla Andrews, and I am here tonight to open up the conversation around mental health and well-being. We're here every week at 8 o'clock, and throughout the hour, we'll be exploring current themes that have been going on. Today is International Women's Day, so we'll be touching on that. We'll also be touching on the coronavirus, and later on in the hour, we'll do our regular What Went Wells. So I want to know 3 things that have gone really well for you over the last week, whether that's something to be grateful for, whether that's an area of personal growth, just what has gone well for you, what went well. And then towards the end of the hour, we will do our cards that we do each week. We have affirmators, we have stress less cards, and we have our empowering question cards. So good evening to those that are joining in already. I've got lovely Catherine with us. Be sure to pop a hello in the comments so I can see who's here, because otherwise it just gives me numbers in the top screen, and I don't like it when you guys are just numbers. I know that some of you, though, do like to message me privately, or message Motivate Minds privately, so that's fine too if you don't want to say hello to the group. But each week it is lovely. Over the last 8 months we've been doing Empower Hour, that so many people are coming together now to support one another and share their wellness wins and just give some love, basically. So, okay, today, International Women's Day. I've been thinking about who inspires me as a woman, and first and foremost, for me, it's got to be my nan. First and foremost, I had the best nan in the world. Now, I appreciate you guys have all got awesome nans as well, but my nan was very special to me. She was a very, very caring, patient lady. She was a nurse in her working life, and in her nan life, she would sit with me and draw, and she would bake with me, and she would sew and teach me all embroidery, and she was so wonderful, my nan. She wasn't very patient with my granddad. I've got so many stories that just pop where she, Charlie Andrews. But my nan was absolutely a rock for me, and really inspires me to this day. She's always in my heart, and although this year was a leap year, and she died 24 years ago, so I still miss her, obviously, but she was just made so many happy memories for me. So I had a top nan. So guys, share with me who the women have been in your life that have inspired you. Good evening, Rob. So yeah, I had a top nan, and out of and I have to say, one of my others is a fictional character, but again, I did understand that when I was a kid, but growing up at sort of 4, 5, 6, 7 years old and watching Wonder Woman, this brilliant, strong lady who could be as strong as men, and stood for doing the right thing and always looked great. But I loved Wonder Woman, and it's funny how like my nan, Wonder Woman, and all of them, they're still in my daily life now. So for International Women's Day, my top two have got to be my Nan and Wonder Woman. Um, there are lots more. I really love the work of I don't know if I can say her name right, Maya Angelou. She's had some made some brilliant quotes, and one of my favourites is definitely if you want to change something. Hold on, let me get it right. Let's see. Let me what if you want to change something. Maya Angelou quotes. If you want to change something, be the change or change your attitude to it. I think it is one of my favourites. Something along, um, something along that. It is. Let's have a look. Just looking at her quotes now. I like this one. If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So she's got some fantastic ones. I'll see if the one that I'm trying to find, just there's so many. I actually bought her book today. I've never read many of her books. I've always followed her work through Oprah Winfrey, and Oprah Winfrey is another of my favourites. I didn't like her many years ago, like when I was a kid and saw her on telly. But these days, I really respect Oprah Winfrey. I watch a lot of her stuff. And I've read a couple of her books. I've got some beautiful women with me here tonight. Obviously, we've got the lovely Rob, but I've got lovely Wendy saying hello, Karen saying hello, Lauren saying hello, Ria, yay, Ria's here with us. Look at all these love hearts coming up now. Wendy has the lovely Paul. So we've got some beautiful men, but we've got some really beautiful ladies here as well. Wendy has shared my biggest inspiration in my life was my mum. She was amazing. Share what was amazing about your mum. Let's share this bit of love tonight, Wendy. Name a couple of things that she did that you still do today to inspire your kids. We really do have some wonderful women. I'm very lucky as well. I've always had people around me who have taken me under their wing when I was younger. So I had a next door neighbour but one, Carol. I had a friend of my dad's. She was another Carol. That were just amazingly resilient women. They had their own battles going on, and they were always there to listen to me as a teenager, um, and guide me. I don't know whether I've probably followed that guidance, but they were certainly there to listen, and that listening, I think, is a massive skill. So there's a lot of love out there for some ladies that have been part of my life, and then I'm very lucky that I've got so many wonderful friends now who inspire me just by watching their journeys, by being part of my life. So, so many wonderful, wonderful women. Wendy said she was selfless. She always put us first. She always put us as a family first in every way. If I could be half the woman she was, then I'd be lucky. That's wonderful, Wendy. Really is wonderful. I think many of the women in our lives don't realise just how inspirational they are. They just go along, going from one day to the next, just doing the best that they can. And I think that's where a lot of women are at. They make do with what they've got every day, and they just don't give up. And I think some of the best inspirational people around are like that. And this isn't bash men by bigging up women at all, because I don't know if there's an International Men's Day. I hope there is, because men are just as important. But I think it's nice to celebrate just who has stood in society, in history, that can make a difference. Now, my cat has just gone running across my front room floor, chasing. I'm hoping it wasn't chasing something. I'm hoping that was the shadow on the floor. Right. No, he's having a mad half hour. That's fine. I can cope with that. I can't cope with mice. Right. Lovely ladies. KD has joined us as well. Katie, who has inspired you? What women have you got in your life? Lovely Alex is with us. What women have you got in your life, or famous people, even fictional characters? Because mine was Wonder Woman. I even went for my 40th. My friend Angela took me to get my first ever tattoo done, and I had my Wonder Woman done. So yeah, what women inspire you, Katie? Okay. One of the other things I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight is this coronavirus. Now, when a lot of people can be very anxious about things, reading this on the news and going to the supermarkets and seeing our shelves empty is sparking fear in a lot of people. And I just wanted to touch on that. Try not to read the news every 5 minutes. What's going to happen is going to happen either way. We can just do our best to look after ourselves, and I don't think we're quite in the need of stockpiling toilet roll at the moment. Or apparently, if you live just down the road from here, ice cream. The supermarkets are out of toilet roll, ice cream, and hand sanitizer. I mean, that shows people's priorities, doesn't it? I must say though, it's not a bad call, the ice cream. But seriously, if you're struggling with anxiety and this coronavirus news is going around, try and put yourself in a position of not reading the news every 5 minutes, and just concentrating on you and where you're at. It's the best thing you can do at the moment. KD has, and Pastor apparently has gone as well. Good evening, Donna. Lovely Donna is with us as well. Donna, let us know what women inspire you. Katie has said, I've got a few. So you should, Katie. Well done. My mum, she's been through so much and continues to stay positive. That's awesome. And Hermione Granger from Harry Potter, she was a powerful young witch who proved she could be strong physically and mentally as a woman. And that's fantastic. I love that. Especially as Hermione was outcast because she was a muggle. Technically, she was not of witch wizardry descent. She was born to humans, so she had a lot to stand up against. And you're right, she stood her ground, didn't she, through the 7 books. So KD, they're fantastic women to recognise. And Katie has said about pasta as well. Donna said I'd stockpile chocolate. Absolutely, Donna. We was having a joke at work the other day, and I said, well, I saw toilet roll, I'd just go straight for the chocolate. So, and lots of people agreeing with the lovely Donna. So out of interest then, ladies and gentlemen, what is the best chocolate out there? What is your favourite? I've got to say, if anyone shops in Aldi's, they do their own version of fruit and nut. So much better than Cadbury's. Cadbury's have started chopping all the nuts up, so you don't get whole nut anymore. And they sell it for about 85p for a block that big. Love it. So yeah, I tend to stockpile, but mine's on a weekly basis. In all fairness, though, if I bought 5 bars, I would lose 3 to my children. So, yeah. Lindor. Oh, good call, Tom. Like a bit Lindor. I like their orange one. Well, any of theirs, let's face it. But yeah, I love a bit of Lindor. Cadbury's fruit and nut. Yeah. A Vigo bar. I've never had a Vigo bar, Anne. I have to try that. And yeah, Donna's with the lint balls. Well, we've got lots in common when it comes to chocolate, guys. So, come on, share with me your International Women's Day, your ladies that have inspired you. And don't forget to be thinking about our What Went Wells, because we'll be touching on that in a minute. I'm just trying to think, a lot of people, we've had Mother Teresa, although I love the work Mother Teresa's done. But last year I put a post up about Mother Teresa. I got so much negative feedback that there was something that she was meant to have taken part in, like child slavery or something, or child. Yeah, so I don't know what all that was about. I'd certainly never heard of that, and I think anyone that works selflessly for others should be praised. But we've got plenty of women out there. I've gone off chocolate, but Ferrero Rocher is my fave. Oh, absolutely. But Ferrero Rocher. Did you know, random fact, that Ferrero Rocher couldn't find the filling for Ferrero Rocher, so they invented Nutella for the filling, and then that is what is now sold today, is the Nutella. It is the centre bit. So, a bit of chocolate spread on toast. I've been cake making today. I have my relaxation was cake making. So when I go into work tomorrow, my team have got loads of cakes to eat. So none with chocolate though, but it was nice to be able to bake, and hopefully it'll be nice when they go in tomorrow, and they all get cakes for our staff meeting. So yeah. Right, okay. Guys, give me your what went wells. It's 20 past 8. Time for what went well. 3 what went wells across the whole week. Remember, they can be anything that you're grateful for, or any areas of self-growth. They can be anything that you want to share with us that you consider a what went well. So, mine, what went well? My son travelled to France on his own. He does struggle with anxiety, and I didn't want to step in as a mum and take over, so he ended up getting a bus in the middle of the night from here to Stansted, and a flight from Stansted to France. It got delayed, but he coped with it all. So I'm actually really proud that my 19-year-old has taken a first step towards that independence, and he's gone to see a girlfriend, so that's his motivator, that's his driving force. But I'm really proud of him that he's done that, and he done it all by himself. He got his passport, he arranged travel insurance when he was there, but do you know what I mean, he's done it all himself, so I'm very proud. That's one of my what went wells. Another what went well was my fantastic team, as always, just really pulled together. And we've got a new member of the team, Sarah, who started on Monday. That's gone really well. She's fabulous. She fits right in. She knows what she's doing, and she's ready to rock and roll. And then a third what went well was I did a workshop in a school. We only had a few people turn up, a few parents, but the parents that did turn up, they were lovely, and we managed to help them and personalise what they wanted to get out of that session. So it's always an honour to be able to help people. So that was my 3 what went wells. The lovely Rhea has shared hers. Her wellness wins are: hired a cleaner as I don't do it all myself. Wonderful. Got a filing done this week. Last thing to do before going on the transplant list. Wonderful. And getting back to normal-ish after being unwell. That's fantastic, Rhea. And they are 3 fantastic wellness wins. Very, very proud of you there. KD has managed to stay on task in my lessons the majority of the time. Oh, I love that, KD. Fantastic language. Brilliant. I've managed 10,000 steps a day for the last 6 days. Whoop, whoop. And I've spent more time socialing with my family rather than staying in my room. Wow, that's amazing, KD. Well done. I think everyone here, all our wellness warriors here, will be really proud of you, and I'm sure they'll be sharing you some love, because it's fantastic when we can push ourselves. And sometimes you might get tired of pushing yourself, you might think it's not worth it, but it's fabulous, KD, that you've pushed through, and as well as you're accepting, so manage to stay on task in my lessons the majority of the time. That's wonderful that you've put it that way. Some people would word that as I didn't stay on task all of the time, and I didn't do this and I didn't do that. So the way you've worded that, I'm really proud of you. You are one hell of a wellness warrior, young lady. Oh yeah, and getting over a horrible cold that Mum gave me. We think it was the flu. Mum's giving you flu, eh? Terrible. Ria said, that's great, Carla. Lovely Dave is with us. Good evening, Dave. Catherine has said, I'm a bit light on what went wells this week. Mainly I'm grateful for recovering mostly from the sickness. Yeah, you was poorly last week, Catherine, wasn't you? Coughing bug and getting back to normal, so that's good. And not spending the night in the loo again. So that's 2 wellness wins, Catherine. Come on, you can give us one more. You've got better and you haven't been on the loo. So come on, dig deep. Find me a 3rd, please. 3rd thing that you're grateful for. Anyone else want to share with us your what went wells? It might just be areas where you've pushed through. I know that I did this in one of our classes yesterday in Cup Kindness, and someone said about getting out of bed and opening the curtains and getting dressed and getting showered. So that's fabulous. What went wells. We're all very, very different, our what went wells, because it depends on where we're at. But there's absolutely no judgment. There's only love. There's only love from our wellness warriors. And that is you wonderful guys. Wendy, 3 things. What's gone well this week? So, whilst you guys get back to me on anything that what went well, I know Rob that always shares his. So, whilst you guys are still thinking, we shared a post earlier on Motivated Minds. It's proved very popular, which is great. And I love it. I'm just going to show it to you guys here now, if I can. Hold on. I don't know if the light will work. Yes, it will. Just do nothing. It is impossible. But then when you see it all from one angle, you've got to look at life from more than one angle. Just do it. Nothing is impossible. Very important message. I've been chatting to someone this week who is very stuck in their mindset of, yeah, but this happened, so it's going to happen again. And their thoughts are all based on their beliefs, and their beliefs are based on past experience. And if we only ever have if we only ever see from one angle, we're limiting ourselves to what could be, to new possibilities. So please, please, guys, one of the best ways to help your personal growth is to look at things from different angles, from your own angle, from a fly on the wall, from your best friend's eyes, from my eyes, whatever, but just try and look at things from different angles. It will help with your growth. The lovely Donna has said, seeing the signs of my CFS and taking notice and stop testing to make it through the rest of the week for what I needed to do. So, Donna, CFS, Donna, remind me CFS. I know it's, I know you get tired easy, but I can't remember what the CFS stands for. But I know that we talked about the signs just before Christmas, and then you got ill as well. So I know that when you overload yourself, it all flares up. And presenting my life map presentation at college. Excellent, Donna. Well done. Going on a night out Friday and staying at a friend's, bit out of my comfort zone these days, but really had a great night. That's wonderful. 3 fantastic wellness wins. Well done, Warrior Donna. That's it, chronic fatigue syndrome. Sorry. Well done, Katie. Katie's got it. I couldn't think of what the C was. But yeah, well done, Donna, because recognising signs, whether it's physical or mental, is really, really important, guys, when it comes to looking after ourselves. When we spot these triggers. So, my wellness warriors, let's get the cards out. I'm going to invest in some new cards soon. I don't know what ones to get. I have to have a look on the internet. Right, okay. Let's choose this one at random. What have I got? Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes. And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. So guys, for those that are impatient, we need to work on following our heart. I love that card. That's such a good one. Let's put them away. These are ones I always nearly drop. So what we got planned for the next week, guys? Anyone got any plans? At Motivated Minds, we've got our bowling night Wednesday night, if anyone's free to join us. 5:30 at Hollywood Bowl. We have the end lane for those that are struggling with social anxiety. So if you can get down to us, you're going to be with other wellness warriors, and we always have a great time. The lovely Dave has just shared his wellness wins. Found a new support group. Wonderful. Well done, Dave. Got over a sickness bug and got used to new meds. What fabulous 3 wellness wins you've got there, Dave. Really good. The sickness bugs have been awful, that have been going around. I know a lot of our wellness warriors have got them. Getting used to new meds is always a tough one. And I'm really proud that you got used to them. That's really good. And a new support group, you shared it earlier. I looked that one up, so that's great. And Donna's given some thumbs up. Katie has said, are we free, Mum, for the bowling? And I'll try if I can get away from the stables. Our bowling night has just been growing strength on strength each month. We do it monthly, and we have all ages there. We have Zach, who is 4, We've had Peter, who's come, who is 73. The lovely Rob is a regular. Janine and her family, Joe and her family, Dion, Karen, Steve, Lauren. We've got so many fabulous people that come to it, and they're all wellness warriors, and they really enjoy their night. We get there about 5:30. We start bowling just before 6. We're usually done and dusted by 7:30, so it's not a particularly late night. And it's £5 per person, so it's a nice opportunity to get out and meet so many wonderful people. Okay, so I've just shuffled these empowering question cards. Who am I when I'm alone? Who am I when I'm alone? Okay, an interesting question. A lot of people don't like to be alone. I am someone who enjoys when I'm alone. I'm very calm, very quiet. I like to relax. I really appreciate silence. I'm not alone often because I've always had work and my children, but this week Elijah, my son, is away on holiday, so I've had the house to myself in the evenings, and he's moving out when he gets back. So, but when I'm alone, I'd like to say that I'm just a quiet, normal, happy person. It doesn't bother me being on my own. I remember years and years ago when I was 18, 19, I had arranged to go out for dinner one Sunday with a friend, and they blew me out. And I was really upset because I was really looking forward to going to this Chinese. And I went and saw a family member, and they said, well, why don't you go anywhere? I said, I couldn't possibly sit in a restaurant on my own. And they said, why not? And I was like, yeah, why not? So I did, I suppose, and that's when I started to recognise I could do things alone. I don't need people to be with me to do stuff. So yeah, I don't mind being alone, and I like reading, I like music. So yeah. So who are you when you're alone? It's a good question to think of, guys. Some people, I know some of you guys, you're very busy, your parents, so sometimes when you're alone, you're not really alone because you ended up doing all the washing up, clearing up, and everything else. Right, okay. Always our favourite cards are our stressless cards. Right, let's choose. I don't think I've ever read this one. Sit on a hammock. Close your eyes and imagine being in a forest. You see a beautiful green hammock in front of you and decide to sit on it and rest. Now observe your surroundings. What can you see? What kind of trees can you recognise? Do you see different shades of green? What do you hear? What can you smell? And how do you feel? Sit on the hammock for 5 to 10, 15 minutes in your mind. Being in nature is known to have positive effects, and 5 minutes of it releases the stressed mind. But you can also go to nature in your mind. Your body won't know if you're if you really don't. Feeling at peace in nature, either the real thing or in your mind, will ease your body. Now that's interesting. I will say though, if anyone knows me, in the first bit where it said sit on the hammock, could you imagine me trying to get on a hammock? It'd be hilarious. I'd be on the floor more times than I might just have to change it to a bench, because me in a hammock I really don't think would get on. So, but certainly sitting in a forest, I'd like that. I think that that would be really good for my mind, and I'd probably put a little stream there and the blue sky. So as you look through the trees, you can see the blue sky. So that's the picture that I would build in my mind, and I'm going to do it after we go off air tonight. So yeah, good one, good one, good one. I liked that. So, Wellness Warriors, how have we all been? What's been going on? Who wants to chat? Tom, I'll message you when I've finished on here tonight. Let me grab my phone and make sure I've got where I can. Make sure I can message you. Yeah, awesome. So, in the week then, guys, we've got our team meeting, 10 o'clock tomorrow, if anyone wants to come along to that. When Monday afternoon, we have Walk for Wellness with the beautiful Karen, leaving from the Happy Hub and going into Gloucester Park. It's a wonderful walk. Tuesday, we have the lovely Vicky in, although we're going to be interviewing Tuesday morning as well. We've got the Well Youth Club Monday night and Tuesday night. We were at Craylands Monday night and it's at the Hub Tuesday night. Wednesday, we've got our beautiful Cup of Kindness with the lovely Jo. And Wednesday afternoon, we've got Minecraft with Vicky. Thursday, what have we got on Thursday? I think it's a Merrill week. That means that it's ready, steady, move for anyone with Parkinson's or limited mobility. We have our every other week a seated exercise class at the Happy Hub. Thursday afternoon, the lovely Iris is in with mini Minecraft. Friday, we have our popular men's group, 10 o'clock, where they're building bikes, and hopefully we'll be going on some bike rides when the weather improves. And what is up with all this rain? But yeah, so we're getting lots of bikes repaired and done up. So for anyone that wants to go for a bike ride, so the men are doing that at the moment. Friday afternoons is our popular board game club, supported by lovely Dennis and Elaine. And then Saturday is Cup of Kindness with me at the Happy Hub at 1 o'clock. So be sure to pop down. Katie has said, Mum, can we do the Walk for Wellness tomorrow if we're free? It is at 1 o'clock, Katie, so I think you might be at school, my lovely. Yeah, it's at 1 o'clock. But we've got some stuff coming up in the school holidays, KD, for you. We're going to have some wellness workshops aimed at teens. One is around body confidence. And the other one is around drugs and alcohol, and it will be great. Oh, you're homeschooled, excellent. Yes, of course you can then, KD. The drugs and alcohol one is going to be great for children and parents. So if parents want to come along and find out something about all the drugs that are unfortunately available to young people, and what they do, what the impact is, and how to spot the signs and how to get help. we'll be doing those workshops in the Easter holidays. And as I said, the other one's all around body confidence. So fantastic for young boys, young girls. Usually when we do it, the most popular ages are about sort of 7, 8 plus. So right through to the teenage years, and obviously the parents can sit in as well. So it's suitable for all ages, but it's not just for the girls, people. Young men have the same issues and the same thoughts. So, Katie, one thing you might be interested in, we're going to be bringing back our Project Happiness for homeschooled children after Easter. So I'll be talking to Mum about that and see whether maybe you'd like to attend our Project Happiness. Which is basically we'll be supporting your education through personal growth and making it fun. So, but I'll speak to Mum about that. She can always give me a ring or pop in, of course, to the hub. Can I just say, we do have a walk for wellness on a Thursday morning as well at 9:30. So I don't know what will suit you best, but we've got lots of stuff going on. So just message me and I'll tell you what will work around you guys. So guys, if you've ever got any ideas for doing anything that would support your mental health and you're looking for a team of wonderful people to join in with, please do message us. We're always open to ideas and what we can do. We're stronger if we work together. That's one thing I've certainly learnt over the years, and we have a fantastic tribe of people with all different skill sets and stories based at the Happy Hub in Basildon. So please do feel free to pop down, and if you can't speak to me, you'll speak to one of my fantastic team. We've got lovely Jo, Lindsay, Sarah, Bryony. Just got Iris. We've just got such a fantastic team. Robbie's there on Mondays and Wednesdays and Friday nights, and Dennis and Elaine on Fridays. Liam, honestly, the list of the team we've got behind the scenes of Motivated Minds, you'd be surprised at how many people have put in commitment to helping everyone. The lovely Meryl has just joined us because we was talking about you, Meryl. Your ears were burning with your Ready Steady Move. I was just telling people about that. So Meryl is the facilitator for Ready Steady Move. She does it in Billericay as well, and Shenfield and Harwich, and it's not just in Basildon. So if anyone does want any information about that, you can certainly pop into the Happy Hub and see Meryl. It's practically every other Thursday. And if not, just message us and we'll give you the details of where Meryl's classes are at. So we're coming up towards the last 15 minutes of the hour. You've shared with me some wonderful inspirational women on International Women's Day. I shared my two with you guys as well, one being my nan and one being Wonder Woman. So, and I loved Katie's as well, her mum and Hermione Granger. You've shared with me some fantastic wellness wins, from everything from finding support groups to new meds working to feeling better, not being stuck on the loo all night. Whatever your wellness wins are, wellness warriors, be proud of them. And I'm especially proud tonight of our youngest member here, the lovely Katie, who has managed to stay on task, who has really done well this week with her wellness wins, and really proud of her. So I love hearing your wellness wins each week. It really is one of my bonuses of my job. And then we've gone on to the cards tonight. One of the empowering questions, one quite a deep one to take away and think about: Who are you when you are alone? And I would add on to that, are you comfortable when you're alone? Because I think that's one of the biggest things to work on when we're looking at personal development, is trying to recognise that actually we need to start loving ourselves first and foremost. And then the other one, the Stress Less cards, was all about sitting in a forest with your eyes closed for about 10 to 15 minutes and bringing back all of those visions, because it will be just as good as the real thing. I'm not quite sure of that, but it will certainly release some of the all the right hormones as well. But I don't think it's going to be as good. It'll be great, but not as good. As I said, the card said about sitting on a hammock, but the struggles I would have with a hammock, and I'd be on the floor and lots of laughter. So if you need to sit on the floor in the forest, that's good too. If you sit on a stool, whatever works for you. Just don't get caught up that it's a hammock and you'll fall flat on your face. So we told you what was going on with at the Happy Hub and what with Motivated Minds over the next week. Don't forget, guys, we've got Snowdon coming up in May. Anyone that's booked onto that, you do need to make your monthly payments, so we can get it all booked up and start arranging travel. We've also got to arrange the skydive. So if anyone is up for the skydive, come July with the lovely Joe, and get your fundraising sorted, that would be handy. What else have we got going on? I was just going to find my fundraising picture to show you guys. So if you can help, or if you know anyone that can, don't forget, we've got so many ways that you can support us. Everything from sharing our posts and telling people about us, to sorry, just I was multitasking. Everything from sharing what we do to signing up to monthly direct debit through local giving. Just search local giving Motivated Minds, and just even £4 a month would make a massive difference to what we do. We're really thankful to those that have already done that. Yesterday we had someone else sign up, so if we could have a few of those, that would be amazing stuff. Really amazing. So there's our post. So if you see that around, it is on our Facebook page. So have a scroll through. If anyone could share that out, that'd be fabulous. Spread the word, donate, subscribe to our newsletter, share the newsletter, volunteer and fundraise. And remember the skydive this year. It is fundraising for us. Ria has said, I follow a lady on Facebook called Laura Survey. I think that's her name. And she's got some horrible comments because her baby wore sleep suits a lot and breastfeeds him. He's only 6 months old. So she made up a clothing range with the comments. My kind of woman, not letting the losers win. Absolutely. Unfortunately, there's a lot of, what do they call them? Keyboard warriors out there with negativity. Unfortunately, we've seen it over the last 5 years of running Motivate Minds. Every now and again, someone will turn up and be a keyboard warrior. Even in one of our reviews on Facebook, we've got a 2-star because we were given a derelict bank and we tried to do our best from there, but someone literally gave us 2 stars because we were working out of an awful area, and you're just like, out of a deprived area, and it's just like, wow, that's a shame, because people then read that 2 stars and they don't get that you just take whatever you can be offered, and you just turn a negative into a positive, no matter what the situation. So yeah, lots of people out there with lots to say, and it's yeah, it's a shame when people are like that. But the best thing about doing Motivate Minds is that I see how many hundreds, if not thousands, of people are there and doing their bit. The lovely Donna, who has got to go. Good night, Donna. But she is an amazing lady. I met Donna a couple of years ago, and she is just phenomenal. And she's raised loads of money for us. She chases up venues for us. She's organised events for us, and honestly, the time that people give, there are so many good people out there. And I had the privilege of meeting Donna's family at Christmas when she did a Christmas event, and her family are phenomenal as well. And I wouldn't have got to have met them if it wasn't for Motivated Minds. And I meet so many wonderful people, and it's just brilliant to bring everyone together, really. So Donna has gone, but she is a good egg. So, Katie, good night, sweetheart, and hopefully we will see you at one of our events soon. All right, but keep doing well, and hopefully I'll see you next week, Katie. Right, my angels, I'm going to call it an early one tonight because I'm going to try that sitting in the forest vision, and I do invite you to do the same. Just close your eyes. Don't worry that thoughts will come in about work tomorrow or whatever. Just switch your mind back. Just keep switching it back to the concentration of the colour of the trees, what you'd smell, maybe the noises you'd hear, the breeze, what the sun would feel like on your skin. Just keep bringing your mind back. It'll be fine. Right. Mwah! Love you all. Have a fabulous week. Be thinking of your wellness wins to share with me next week. Write them down if you want to. And take care. And for anyone that's around and wants to pop into the hub, hopefully I'll see you over the next week. See you later, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye.